Welcome to the Theater of Others podcast. My name is Adam Marple, and I'm the co-artistic director of the Theater of Others. With the COVID-19 pandemic forcing a shutdown and reevaluation of space and gathering, we at the Theater of Others are thinking about what stories we need and how best we can share them. We believe space is psychology, and it informs the way in which an audience interacts and reacts to what is presented to them. We create uniquely theatrical events in bespoke sensory performance spaces crafted to encourage curiosity and grant the audience permission to commune with the play. Now that space has moved online, how can we encourage interaction and action amongst an audience virtually? The Theater of Others produces plays that both welcome and challenge the audience. We are committed to international collaboration and are a laboratory that helps artists grow through intensive study of their craft. The Theater of Others creates a shared community of artists and audiences for the purpose of exploring the most profound issues of our lives and times. We believe the play watches the audience. The audience is necessary, and they are witness to what happens. And you get to be witness to us making that happen. The purpose of this podcast is to open up our process and let you in. We're peeling back the curtain, so to speak, and encouraging you to follow along, to ponder, prod, and question, to join us and criticize us if need be. Being a witness is no passive task, and it requires much from you. Are you up for the journey? On the podcast today from Melbourne, Australia, are co-artistic directors Budi Miller and myself in Cairo, Egypt. This podcast contains explicit language.
Hi, Adam.
Hi, Budi.
How are you?
I'm alive, and... Never mind, I'm dead now. You killed it.
Oh, damn. Wow.
I'm alive. I have a roof over my head. I have food in my belly. I am loved. I'm practicing.
I am loved.
Exactly. I'm practicing something new. I've had problems with gratefulness, being grateful, and feeling at the end of the day that I haven't felt grateful, or I should feel grateful for things, which this adds further to the stress of not feeling grateful. So I'm practicing something else called Naikan,
Okay.
which is a Japanese practice of gratefulness, which is not about trying to feel gratefulness. It's about taking stock of what you have been given, about what you have given, and who you have disturbed or stressed in the day. And at the end of it, it's just about taking stock. It's just about taking stock of like why the other one be why you should be grateful. But then if you don't feel grateful, then you feel like crap. Here, it's just about going like, here's what I've been given, and here's what I have given to others. And eventually you start to go, okay, life isn't as bad as my brain thinks it is. So I'm practicing.
Wow. Oh, it's interesting because I've turned over a new leaf as well.
Oh, what are you doing?
I have spent a lot of time with truth, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I am now spending a lot of time with truth and kindness.
Okay.
Because truth without kindness is just mean.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
And I want to take on what Papa G often says, would always say, just before satsang conversation would happen right after the moment of stillness and silence is let there be peace, let there be peace, let there be peace. So I have decided to let there be peace. And part of letting it be peace is it's generated with truth and kindness.
Yes.
And I realized that the kindness for me has been the biggest opening for me because I believe in kindness on a very high level. Um, but I've realized that a lot of the times where I get snagged in my truth is when I'm not being kind, and that
Mm.
kindness me also is connected to kindness to myself as well. And part of the kindness to myself is connected to um, the self righteousness that truth can accompany. Right. Well, the
Mm.
facts are this.
Hmm.
And so that's something that I've taken on, and I think that's a nice little uh, co-pilot for your daily check-in. So do you do this daily?
Yes, well, in the past we've talked about morning pages and meditation, and so they're practices that I do daily. But this is new because, uh, yeah, because I found myself being ungrateful, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to gratefulness, but I would like to be done with ungratefulness. That's for sure.
So what is your definition of gratefulness?
Uh, Appreciation for everything, not everything, but you know what I mean. There's just things that we just come to expect in life, and you get to that expectation mindset, and then you can't appreciate um, when when uh, when you have the things that you have, and that you've not necessarily earned. They're just been given to you, or they become expected, and so you get to this thing where, like, when you don't have that expected thing, it upsets everything in your life, and then you get off track, and there's all that. So it's about resilienceness, being resilient to change. So maybe great. That's the thing. I think is I think we confuse grace and gratefulness. Like, somebody going out of their way, doing something that they don't have to do to help you out. That's grace. Like, there's a real, like, when you say, "Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate that." That's grace, versus gratefulness is just going, like, "I woke up today. I have food in my belly. There's a lot of bad things happening in the world, and they're not happening to me." And I'm kind of in a place where I'm feeling ungrateful, and I want to stop feeling ungrateful, and I just want to be appreciative of all that I have been given without earning it, all that I have been given while earning it, all that I give, and how can I make myself less of a burden to people? How can I be
So
less of
is
a
there a
stress to other
sense
people?
of feeling you deserve something? Is that what's getting in the way of not feeling grateful? Because
It's
for
one of those
myself,
things.
the reason why I asked this, Adam, is because when I think of for myself, of like when I just listening to our conversation around you know your definition of grace and what is gratefulness, um, and the I'm so into the human design, as you know. I love it. So because for me, it's the not self is what's really interesting to me because of bitterness. When I experience bitterness, that's when I'm off my rails.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that what you're talking about, not being grateful, it resonates in me as bitterness.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there's and when bitterness comes, it's that sense of knowing one's value and not feeling that the external world is reciprocating the same value.
Hmm.
It's what's resonating for me, when you with what you're talking about, not feeling grateful, and it's also resonating as bitterness as opposed to being grateful and having grace within the realm of gratefulness. So, for you, what does it feel like? Because you're not self is frustration.
Hmm. Yes. And that's the first word that was coming to my mind. What it actually feels like, I've been thinking about this a lot in the last couple of days, is powerlessness. And there's a lot in the world that I cannot control. But the things that I can control, the things that I don't want to say control. Has a negative connotation, but the things that I can,
Unless it's Janet Jackson. Hello.
right. But by control, I don't mean like dominate or whatever, but like literally like I can control my body, and like like nobody else can
How
control
much
my
can
body.
you how much can you control of your body?
Well,
That's
I
even
control
that's even suspect, right? That's even
some. Well, all of this, everything we're going to say is going to have a suspectness to it. But what I mean is like I can control what I put in my body. I can control how much I move my body. I can
you can control
control.
what you put in your you can control what you put in your body, but you can't control what comes into your body. Like the
Yes.
pollution, for
Again,
example, right?
again, all of this is going to have caveats, so we can needle it to
Okay.
death. But what I'm saying is,
Okay.
in
Okay.
terms of what I eat, in terms of the choices that I make on the food that I have, I can choose the salad or I can choose the cake. And there are
Your
times when
mama
I'm
loves
going
the
to,
cake.
I know, and there's going to be times when you need the cake.
Hmm.
But if at the end of the day you go, why do I feel like crap? And then I look at what I ate that day, and those two
Mm.
things look like they caused each other, then that is cause and effect. I'm saying it's like, so I have choice of that. I have I have control over how much I move my body. If I sit all day long on Zoom and then I at the end of the day and I go, why can't I sleep? Well, okay, maybe that has something to do with it. So that's what I'm saying is like I have control over some things and I don't have control over other things. But that feeling of powerlessness is when it feels like I don't have control over anything. And it's okay to like to go, I had this much control and now I don't have that much control over those things. I cannot control those things anymore. And then it gets less and less and less. But then like what can I really truly hold on to and
So
control?
I think it is frustration because powerlessness is an action, and frustration is the emotion you feel with inside of the
Yes.
powerlessness.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have I have been frustrated for about 6 months. six
Yeah.
months to 6 months to two and a half
More than
years.
6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a big cycle. We need Chris Farmer, if you're listening, girl, we need to do a chart reading of Miss Adam Marple because he's having a long Saturn return. Don't you think his Saturn should have been returned by now?
I'm wondering if it got lost on the way. Yes.
There's some retrograde. There's something happening with this boy. Or as Ryan Tawan would say, "Oh, Adam, I'm so sorry," and then starts weeping.
Yeah, yeah. I had a reading, went to the lady, didn't tell me anything, just cried at me and then just took me to the airport. What am I supposed to do with that information? I'm supposed to be healed after this, Tawan. What's going on?
I tell you, the mysteries of Bali will forever be elusive.
Apparently. Apparently.
Okay. So talking about the things that we have control over and the things that we can manage. What are we talking about today, Adam Marple?
Here we are in the new year, season 5, and to start the new year's off, we want to talk about not resolutions because we don't like that word. We don't want to use that
Okay, why don't
word.
we like the word resolution? Can we get Miriam? Can Miriam tell us what resolutions are?
All right.
We need Miriam because I got problems with Miriam. Miriam,
Mhm.
she's gaslights me all the time with her
Okay.
facts.
Okay. Uh, a firm decision to do or not do something. A formal expression of opinion or intention agreed on by a legislative body or other formal meeting. Okay, that's not it. A quality of being determined or resolute. The action of solving a problem or contentious matter. The
See,
passing of a
the action
discord
of
into a
solving a
concord.
problem or contentious matter goes against what we were talking about last week about you think that you solved the problem, but you're not solving problems. Things come together and then they fall apart.
Yes. I
So
like this one.
resolution is if okay, give me.
The act of answering.
Okay, so the resolution is so the act of answering why I'm so fat,
Possibly act or answering the call to change that.
answering the call.
If
So,
something if something really needs to be changed, you truly want to change it, you'll answer the call to it. Otherwise, like, yeah, I'd like to learn French this year until I don't want to learn French this year and then I give up learning French. I didn't answer the call.
and that's why people don't finish their resolutions.
Well, there's many reasons why people don't finish New Year's resolutions because they did one, and this is what we're going to talk about today, is how to set goals, how to actually set goals and follow through with them.
Oh, okay. Well,
There,
Mama loves a goal. Mama loves a provocation.
yes, there are actually scientific protocols that they have shown to
We
be
getting
more effective.
scientifical. Okay,
We are
Anna
getting
Marple. We getting
scientific about here.
scientifical.
We're gonna
Okay,
try.
okay,
We're gonna try. We're gonna
okay,
try.
okay, 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 okay,
Why
okay.
why do people not do their goals? Well, because they start on January 1st thinking that's going to be a thing, but you could
And they're still
January
hungover,
1st, yeah, January 1st
so
could
they're
be every
weak.
single day. January 1st could be every single day. Why are you starting today? Why are you starting on
Hmm.
Monday when you could start today? It's Wednesday. And then it's non-specific and it's
What do you mean by non-specific?
I'm going to get fit. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
How do you
I'm gonna
define
lose weight.
that?
I'm gonna get fit. I'm gonna lose weight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Um,
I'm gonna stop smoking.
I'm gonna cut down on drinking.
I'm gonna cut down on
So you go
drinking.
like it's non-specific. There's no like you can't action
I'm
it.
gonna give up porn.
You can't specify the goal is done. Like yeah, and some of them some of these things are like well that's actually not the problem. That's just one of the things you do to cover the problem. I'm gonna give up
Right.
porn. Okay. Well, why are you watching porn? And let's just take that why are you watching porn in the first
Because
place?
porn is good.
I'm not saying good or bad. I'm saying this person decided to give up porn,
Oh
but
yes, yes. Oh, sorry.
but
Some
why?
synapses just misfired.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But why do you feel the need to have porn in the first place, and why do you think it's a problem that you should give up? There's the porn is just the
Mm.
outlet
Caveat.
for the caveat for the thing that is I'm missing intimacy or I'm missing my full bodily expression or I'm missing my sexuality or whatever that
Bored.
is or bored exactly. So it's non-specific. It's you can't tick it off that it's done. I'm fit. Done. On Tuesday, the March 30th, I'll be fit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a thing. And we also, when we do these resolutions, we typically choose a dozen different resolutions. So you're not putting any kind of priority on any one of them.
But it's other. Isn't the resolution also a lifestyle change?
Well, it could be. I mean, it very well could be. But again, that goes back to you're just listing things versus going, oh, you know what? I need to work on not being ungrateful. That's because that is causing all these other little rifts in my life.
But but it also requires a lifestyle change. Essentially, is
Yes.
what's happening, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
setting goals for a lifestyle change
Yes.
is what we're talking about.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so instead of New Year's resolution, we're talking about setting goals for a
Hmm.
lifestyle change.
How to set a goal for a lifestyle change. Yeah.
How to set a goal for a lifestyle change. Ooh, when you say it like that, it puts it one. It resonates as, "Oh, you mean this?" And
Hmm.
oh, this is not just something where I'm going to go. I'm going to quit eating cupcakes
Yes.
because I don't know if
I'm gonna cut
cupcakes.
down on my cup. I'm gonna cut down on my cupcakes.
Yeah.
So I'll go from 8 to 7. There, I've
Okay,
done
so
my goal.
before we even get into setting the goals for a lifestyle change, okay, let's talk about why these particular things come up in the first place. Because my thing right now, I'm like, I know that I would be really happy if I had a lifestyle where I didn't drink alcohol, eat cupcakes, um, and and worked out uh, regularly and had my yoga practice back and made time for me to meditate every morning before my day started. That would be
Mhm.
that would be a fantastic life. But now my life involves I don't have a problem with alcohol to where I have an illness where whenever I drink I become belligerent and I lose consciousness. I don't have a issue with drinking to where I I can't go without it. I don't have an issue with drinking to where if I have one drink, I'm happy to be have enough with that, or I can may decide that I want to keep drinking. But I don't have a abusive relationship with alcohol.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
with cupcakes. And I'm using cupcakes as kind of the
Yeah.
billboard for all the wonderful
You
baked
love
goods that
cupcakes. Don't lie. You
I,
love cupcakes.
and Mama loves a cupcake. Mama loves cake.
Just
Mama loves
full stop
cake.
general.
Mama loves frosting. Cake with frosting.
Yes.
Cake with frosting. Okay?
Flour, butter, sugar, egg, milk
Together. Ensemble.
together.
Yes. Because
Yes.
I can't eat egg by itself, but but if it's those other things,
Mhm.
delicious. And by the way, Deviani made some brownies for Christmas. Oh Lord, they were perfect, Adam. They were perfect. They had the crispy top,
Mhm.
crispy edge, gooey
Gooey.
center, and
Yeah.
mounds of chocolate, real chocolate masses in the middle, and it held its shape. Girl, don't even trip. So that being my experience with baked goods,
Yes.
the idea of regulating, not even
I mean,
like
ending, just regulating.
the idea of regulating it makes me go, but girl, there are moments when a cake is around and it looks delicious and it needs to be eaten.
Mhm. Yes.
Then about meditating every morning. It's something that like meditating, when I say meditating, taking that time to find stillness at the very beginning of the day, which is very difficult. The reason why is because I have a dog and a husband in the morning. And there's a ritual that we have in the morning where we make our way to walking the dog, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And I live in the coldest house in Australia. So getting up out of the bed into a freezing winter day
Mhm.
is another challenge. Yep.
Mhm. Mhm.
And a yoga practice in a freezing house is another challenge. So these are all the things that are spinning around for the goal making for a lifestyle change.
Yes. So, a couple things in there. You listed off five things. Just go with one. Just go
Okay.
with one. So
Okay.
that's part of the problem is that we all try and get. I'm going to overhaul everything in the life right now. Every single thing that's wrong, I'm just going to overhaul it, and then that's not sustainable. That's not possible to do. You won't make it there. But do one. Could you not give up cupcakes? Not give up alcohol? Not start yoga, but define what a quiet morning is for you and start sprinkling in meditation. So the meditation happens after you walk Obama, that you get up, you do the thing, and then come to this place where you're at right now after you've walked Obama and take 30 minutes for yourself and then start the day. Don't know, but that's a thing that could happen. And then when that becomes a habit after 30 days, which is what typically takes to make a habit, 30 days, then you can say, okay, great. Now, what else do I want to look at? So that's one thing. The second thing is the other things that you'd mentioned are not painful enough for you to get rid of the pleasure that they currently have. There's nothing, if drinking isn't painful, isn't doing anything wrong, if you see nothing wrong with it, then that doesn't need to change. You can work out and also still have alcohol. You can work out and also still have cupcakes. They're not mutually exclusive. It's not a binary choice between I get to have cupcakes or I get to work out. No, you may have to work out more if the goal is to burn off the calories of those cupcakes. But if that's not the goal, if the goal is I want to create muscle, you can still have
I
cupcakes.
want muscle.
But that's the way that we think is like, well, I want to create muscle because I want to be stronger, but I can't eat cupcakes anymore. Says who? Look at every single strong man, strong woman out there. Like literally the competition, strong man, strong woman. There's some big old boys and big old girls. They eat cupcakes all the time. Sumo wrestlers. They consume so many calories, but they're also the strongest people on the planet. So it's not either or, unless what you also want to do is become thin. Cupcakes and thin don't go in that conversation, but strong. So it's about modifying and going, okay, what is it that I really, really want? Do I want to look good in a bikini? Do I want to take my shirt off at the beach and have people look at me? Well, then cupcakes may not be in your future if that is the goal. But if you want to be strong, if you want to be fit, that's possible. So you don't have to give up this thing to the other thing. So it's about, that's not painful enough for you to give up. That's not causing enough stress or pain or emotional turmoil in your life to give up. So why give that up if you can still go for your goal?
Okay. So I think that's a great way for us to help everyone figure out what their goal for the lifestyle change is going to be.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is we should also, because we are a theater podcast, we should have a theater company goal for a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have our individual. Jack is probably like, "Yeah, girl, you go, girl." Miss Jean is always trying to get us to grow and change. It's the youth. I'm telling you, the youth. They want these old birds to keep on going. Yeah. All right, so we'll have our individual goals for lifestyle change, and then we have our company goal for lifestyle change, and then you and I, live on the podcast together, will make the one goal for lifestyle change that we will commit to together on the podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think we need to take a break.
Okay.
I need to take a break because I need to figure out, oh, Lord Jesus, what I'm going to do.
Jack just texted, should we take a break to discuss?
Yeah. See, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary conforming individuals, you are listening to the stereo sounds of JDB, Jack David Burmeister. Kina, your New Year's mashup. Wow.
Mm,
Okay.
very
Okay.
inspiring. Very inspiring for setting these goals, these life changes.
Yeah. Did you hear that cough that I have? God, that's
Mm,
horrible, huh?
I can't.
It's
I
not
can't.
COVID, y'all.
No, I can't shake mine either. It's not COVID for me either. It's just
There's
2023 holding on.
something's going on. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow to find out what's happening with my lungs, but it's not COVID. I've been checking and checking and checking and checking. But my sinuses and my life is being challenged at the moment. But I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
here. I'm queer, and I'm ready for the new year.
that's right.
Okay, so before we went on break,
Yes.
we talked about our individual goals for lifestyle change.
Mm-hmm.
And then we said our collective goal as a company
Mm-hmm.
for a lifestyle change.
Yes.
Should we start individually? Or should we start as a company? Start individually,
Okay, let's do that.
because I feel like the company one is gonna.
Take over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have an individual one? Do you have an individual goal for a lifestyle change, Adam?
Yes. Yes. And I did it yesterday actually, so I can just pull up my notes from my phone that I
Oh
did yesterday on
shit!
this. So, oh yeah,
Damn. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. 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 Okay.
My my lifestyle change goal for 2024. I started it this morning. Protect the morning. Protect the morning. So
Can
it
you elaborate on that?
yes. So it used to be that uh, I kept my phone outside of the bedroom, and I would wake up and I would go out and I would check the phone to see what WhatsApp messages I had, what email notifications I had, um, and then I would read the New York Times, and then I would do my Stoic philosophy reading, and then I would answer an email, and then I would, and then I would, and then I would, and then I would, and then I would meditate, and then I would do my Duolingo, and then I would make breakfast. And I don't think that the immediate grab, you know this, the immediate grabbing of the phone is not the thing. And so what I'm going to do is there's an app that you can do this on your phone. You can delay notifications on your phone until a certain time. And so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to check emails. I'm not going to answer WhatsApp messages. I'm not going to do any of the things that start me in the work mode until after I have decided there's my morning. There's my quiet time. There's my time to wake up, to reflect, to do my Nikon, to do my meditation, to do my Duolingo, and then the world can have Adam Marple. But the world cannot have Adam Marple at 6 a.m. Adam Marple needs Adam Marple at 6 a.m. So I'm just going to protect the mornings, and
Wow.
then I work. And it's a small, it's a noticeable, it's a definable goal that I can. Did I do it? Did I not do it? And I put the priority on that because that's the beginning of the day. And we'll see. I'll check in after a while and see, have I been doing it? One, two, do I notice any kind of a change? And if I don't notice a change and I want to go back to the way it was, I can. But if I do notice a change, I can go, great, mornings are protected. It's now a habit, and I can move on to another goal. I can move on to something else. Simple, small, actionable baby step. That's my goal to start.
Wow, that's good. That's good. I wish I could do that one.
I'm not saying that I'm going to be able to do this all the time, but I think
So
I
okay,
can.
so let's work on this goal then. Where do you feel that this can be actionable in a way that you are clearly um uh, stable in saying that I can do all the time?
Uh, I mean, my Duolingo. I'm on day 2000 whatever and whatever. So that's been a constant for me.
Yeah, because
And
that taps into what I love about both of us is you've been given a task.
Yes. Yes. Um,
And when we get into that zone, you can't break it.
no, exactly. Um, and the thing is if I miss the Duolingo in the morning, I can do it in the evening.
Right,
Luckily,
exactly.
luckily, if you get enough Duolingo, you get a streak freeze. So if you do happen to miss a
Uh,
day,
trust. I look. I had my streak freeze yesterday, and that messed me up on my other one with my sign language. So my sign language just started all over again, and I was like, and it was like I
it
actually
hurts,
had to
right?
have an investigation
Yeah,
with my body. I was like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Budi, you're
yeah.
not doing it for the days. You're doing it for the knowledge. And I'm actually
Exactly.
my sign language is actually really good, but my
Yeah,
Duolingo is still on point. But yeah, I
yeah.
get it. So
So giving yourself uh, the permission to, if something comes up, that you can delay the thing until later on, or if you miss a day, then there's forgiveness of that. I don't know if it happens, at what point it happens, but like at some point, if you have so many days, they actually give you two streak freezes. So
yeah,
I
I know
could
that's what I
go.
love about it.
So it used to be just one, but now I've got two streak freezes, which is I've never gone 2 days with it. I've never missed 2 days. That one day, it immediately kind of sets something off
But they also
and it reminds
warn
me.
you too. They say you need to do a lesson, or you're going to lose
Yeah,
your streak.
exactly. So there is accountability, which is really good. Um, and it was something where I think it was Jerry Seinfeld was talking about when he um, was doing stand up, when he was doing jokes. He had a calendar. And every single day, he would write a joke, just at least one joke a day. And he would make an X on the calendar. And he said, whatever you do, don't break the chain, because you're just making a link of chains of X's across the days. And he said, I never made more than one day go by where you would have two blank things back to back. And it's the same thing they say about working out. Like, yeah, you could work out every day, or you could work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But if you go Monday, Thursday, the likelihood of you going on that Thursday is less because you've got 2 days off. So having as many unbroken chains as you can without making there two unbroken chains. So I think I can do these mornings. There'll be mornings where I'll have to immediately get up and have a meeting. There's just nothing I can do about that. I could wake up earlier. That's not going to happen. I know myself. I know my body. I'm just not going to happen. So that's a broken chain, but it's not going to be two unbroken chains. So what I can control, I control. What I can't control, I go, great. Okay. How do I get back on? How do I get back on the train? How do I get back on the thing? How do I get that broken link fixed? Yeah.
I love that. Don't break the chain. So your accountability for yourself is to don't break the chain.
Yes.
Now, how do you keep track of that?
Well, I mean, there's apps for this. Obviously, my meditation app has its own tracking system. The Duolingo has its own system. So those two things are tracking it for me. Um, I How do I track my phone not being in the room? Well, I don't have a charger in my bedroom, so I can't charge my phone in my room. So I have to charge my phone outside. I can set my phone so that notifications don't show up on my phone until 10 a.m. That's something I can just do on my own. And so um, if I don't see that I have an email, I don't need to check my email, and then I don't need to write that email back. So it's not necessarily about tracking it, it's about changing the ability to even be notified of something.
And what about tracking it when you miss a day? It's like for myself, like if I miss a day, I have to remember that I missed a day, so I have to be more clear about that. Is there a visual image that you can have to say, okay, this don't miss the next day? You know what I mean? Like so that you're
Hmm.
constantly. It's almost like I love the Xing
That
on the
calendar, yeah,
calendar, right?
yeah. I'm a very visual person as well in terms of like, I wherever I go, I always buy a whiteboard because I need to be able to like constantly write something in front of me to look at. And they say that you shouldn't leave things up because our brains are designed to filter out things that we see all the time. That's literally its job, is to kind of like unfocus a lot of what we see. So like I used to put up little sticky notes everywhere, and after a while I would start to ignore them because I see them every single day. Versus if I do a sticky note every single day, then I see it and I have to write it. So there's a physical activity on top of the seeing of it. But then the next day I've got to write another sticky note and stick it up. But I find the whiteboard is a lot cheaper than wasting paper. So
Yeah, exactly.
every single day, either the whiteboard is by my desk or in the bathroom, so that I'm brushing my teeth and I can see it and I can write it. I write on mirrors a lot. Anybody who's ever been to any of my places have seen that mirrors are just covered with stuff. But I also erase it, clean the window or clean the mirror every single week, and then write it again. So if there's a quote that's important, it will go back on there. If it's not, then it wasn't as important as I thought it was going to be. But I can track things and I can actually see it and I can change it. So having that accountability of, maybe I don't have an X on a calendar like Jerry Seinfeld talks about, but I do have some way of physically marking the territory daily and saying X happened, X didn't happen. You need to do this, or you didn't do that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So that's me. What is it for you, Booty?
Well, mine is because I didn't. It's I feel like I feel like oh, there's so many. That's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna say because this is the most important of all the things on the list. I'm gonna say that I will commit to 3 times a week to having my yo- yoga meditation bath time. Because and this is a 5 hour slot.
That's okay. That's a commitment. It's a big
It's a
old
five
chunk of
hour
the
slot.
day.
Let me okay. So this is what I'm talking about. It's yoga prayer meditation bath time because the yoga prayer meditation will take me into bath because um I have to have my baths.
I know you do love a bath.
Um, and I feel like that I want to um, put my yoga practice in the same um, rejuvenating um, part of my brain as my baths. Because because this is the thing. When I'm finally up and doing my yoga, and by the time I get to the end of my practice, it is rejuvenating like my bath.
Mm-hmm.
But because I haven't done it in so long, diligently, I've done versions of my yoga practice where in the bath,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm like, okay, I've done my stretching, I've done right. But I feel like I need to get back into my pure practice. Um because um my CrossFit days are over.
Yeah, probably.
Just because my body is at an age where that kind of intensity, my joints at this phase of where my body is now, maybe next year that'll be another lifestyle adjustment.
Mm-hmm. But
But we
currently,
can
where
only
you're at
do
right now, yeah, currently
currently
now,
where this body is, this 50 year
yes.
old body, um, is I think, and because I want to make it, I want it to be a moment of my body is a temple.
Mm-hmm.
I want this sense of yoga, meditation, prayer, bath to be to elicit that sense of my own temple inside of me. So I will spend. So I'm saying I'm committing to 15 hours a week. The reason why I know is because a really good. Okay, let's talk this through, because a really good yoga practice can take up to an hour and a half,
Sure.
right? A really good meditation, being with myself, can take up to half an hour to an hour,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes an hour and a half. My baths can tend to go from 2 to 3 hours.
You're a raisin when you leave the bath. Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like if I say this 5 hour slot, okay, so now I'm thinking about walking the dog. Okay, 4 hours. 4 hours. Okay. 4 hours, 3 times a week, I will commit to yoga, prayer, meditation, bath time. But that's also several things. So 4 hours doing that copulation.
Copulation for 4 hours? Good for you.
Girl, there was a time. There was a time. There was a time. Do not even. There was a time, honey. There
I,
was a
I, I
time.
I think you need to ask Akshay's permission for these 4 hours. He hasn't committed to his lifestyle change for himself.
And I know he's listening right now, going, "Oh Lord." He's listening right now, and he's going, "Oh Lord."
I know what you
Um,
meant to say, but
but like, this is the thing. This is the thing, and I feel like this is part of my life practice of, because I do spend a lot of time in meditation and bathing and reading and processing. I want to create this moment where I have this like generator, because I feel like this is a way for me to generate my own energy for what the next phase of my life. And because I'm really good at, as y'all know, I'll keep going. I'll wake up, I'll have coaching in the morning, and I'll keep going. I'll keep going. I'll keep going. But I wanna carve out an actual schedule for those things in my life,
Mhm.
and we'll do that for we'll do that. That's the lifestyle. If it's a lifestyle change, it's not like for a year. It's a lifestyle change. So
Mhm.
this is the lifestyle change that I'm committing to, y'all.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, setting a goal, lifestyle change for the company.
Yes.
I think
You
it's
know.
time.
You know.
I know. I know. I know it's time for us to become a nonprofit 501(c)(3). It's what they call it in America.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it in any other country, but a nonprofit company is a 501(c)(3). And I think what we can do for setting this goal in our lifestyle change is be held accountable for a check in on where our status is as a nonprofit company
Mhm.
every podcast
Yes. And it'll
as part of our
also,
check in.
yes, and I think it's also good because there may be others out there who are also thinking of incorporating, making their company, finding what their equivalent is in their country, and we'll all be accountable to each other. And you'll hold us accountable, and we'll be, knocking on some doors before you get there, and maybe you learn something or the trial and error of our process. But yes, we both know it's beyond time to do that.
Which means we need to have a podcast with Stephen Galtney.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You hear that, Galtney? We're coming at you.
Yeah.
It's time to do it live. Do it live.
Yeah.
Do it live. I mean, that's a provocation. You know, we love some provocations, and I think we've been pussyfooting around it. The challenge for us, everyone, has been that because we're an international company, we've just been trying to figure out what country it should happen in.
Yeah.
That's really what has taken us so long to becoming a nonprofit, to become a nonprofit in Australia, to become a nonprofit in America, to become a nonprofit in London. You know, we're incorporated in London, so you know, and so we've been kind of pussyfooting around. Pussyfooting, is that even? Do we even say pussyfooting anymore? What?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't. I don't know why that's triggering or whatever to anybody. I think that's okay. Pussyfooting.
Okay, walking
It's
on
like,
walking,
it's like
not
yeah.
really
It's
eggshells,
like a cat. Like
meandering.
like a little
Yeah,
cat. You know, just
yeah, like a
s-
let me like this,
yeah,
just like checking. Yeah, so
yeah.
um, so that's what I think we should do. Do you agree, Adam?
Yes, I think we've not needed it until about maybe last year. Probably would have been the best time to for us to have started it, but we've not needed it. We've been okay with patrons or us funding everything, and that's been fine. But for sure, after COP, we all realize, holy shit, okay, so this is absolutely real, and it's we have to do this. We incorporated in the UK within 24 hours. That was
Yeah,
the easiest, silliest thing that we could have done, but we did that so that we could get our British embassy money. But we could have just easily gotten that money if we were already a nonprofit in the United States. It's gonna be a thing where like we got to start one place. We may have to incorporate a couple of different places because of the international nature. We need to really look into that. But we've got to start someplace small. Again, what's the smallest actionable step that you can make? And as both of us are Americans, and Stephen as well, and um, we may be making work in the United States. We may not be making work in the United States. You're definitely going to be teaching there. Um, it just makes sense for us, the three of us at least, to incorporate and become nonprofit there before we start exploring what it means to work overseas as a quote unquote US based company.
yeah.
Yeah.
So those are all of our goals for lifestyle changes.
The beginning goals. I mean, we got to rewrite the mission statement. We got to talk about what we're doing this
Yeah.
year. There's a
Well,
lot
that's
we
gonna
got to
happen.
do, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So, company, it's time for a board. We have a board, so it's time for our next board meeting. So here we go, here we go. So um, and what a great way to start the new year, 2024. Adam, can you believe it's 2024?
Yeah. Remember when you started 8 years left and it was 2022? It's now 6 years left. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, grrr. Oh, grrr. We got 6 years to find out what happened in those 8 years. Oh, we started it because of the environment. 8 years left started because the environment.
That's right. That's right. And then we went to COP and we found out the environment. Yeah.
What kind of environment is going to be left after 8 years?
Yeah. That's why Jack wants us to hurry up because he doesn't have much time. We've lived most of our lives.
It's true. Jack's like, come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all.
Jack and Christy.
Oh my
Jack and
god.
Christy.
Oh my god. Oh my
I
god. Oh
know.
my
I
god. Oh
know.
my god. We have to take care of our babies. We have to
We
take
do.
care of our babies.
Exactly.
Yes. So I think I want to know. I think the provocation for y'all is for y'all to send us your goals for your
Yes.
lifestyle change.
Yes. If you want us to be your accountability partner, Put it out there. And what better way? Seriously, no, I'm not just joking about this. We talk about this all the time. We want to hear from you, but like, I would love it. It would make my heartstrings just shine if we got everybody to actually call in to send something
Yeah.
to what's the name of the thing? I've already forgotten the thing. I say it every single week. God damn it.
Speakpipe.com
Speak pipe.
Sleeler levelers.
Exactly. But wouldn't it be amazing if we got a bunch of our listeners to actually say their goals into SpeakPipe? We play them, and that becomes your accountability. You've told the world what it
I
is that you're trying to
love
do.
that.
It's
I love it.
we're out there. We've heard what Christina's going to do. We've heard what June's going to do. We've heard what
Yeah.
insert number 3, number 4, whoever
Okay.
those people
Christina, Rumana,
are. Mm-hmm.
Ritasha,
Mm-hmm.
Jimby,
Mm-hmm.
Karina,
Mm-hmm.
June,
Mm-hmm.
Jack David Burmeister,
Jack David Burmeister, Christy,
Josh,
Joshua, yeah,
Stephen Galtney,
Stephen Galtney,
Dr. Elizabeth DeRosa,
Dr. D,
Emily Moeller,
Mark Nanup,
Mark Nanup, Jackie Snow,
mm-hmm.
Chris Farmer,
Eugene Ma,
Eugene Ma.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? These are all your call to action, y'all. We have named you now. You have been named.
Mm-hmm. What is your not your resolution, your goal for 2024? Put it out there.
Your
Name
goal
it for the world.
For your lifestyle. Your goal for your lifestyle change. Your goal for your lifestyle change.
Name it. Put it out there.
How
Let
will
us
we
all be
be
accountable.
able? Yeah. And how would we be able to get that? Where should they go, Adam Marple?
They will go.
Wait. Liliana Velasquez. I know Liliana Velasquez is listening too. Liliana Velasquez. I had to add her because I know she's listening.
And if we haven't named you, it's because we haven't heard from you.
Ooh.
So, come and join the conversation.
Oh, wait. Ruspet. You're being called to arms. We want to know. Oh, wait. Who else? Oh, Kurt Pimblett. You're being called.
All of the Bali Taksu workshop, you're being called.
All of Friza. Ella, Mina, Yao Pang.
Yao. Everybody in that workshop. There are 30 of you.
Maher. Nome.
Shwen.
Najib. Maya. We're calling you all out. We are calling you all out.
Every person that I know.
There is no hiding place. There is no hiding place. There is no stone you can hide under. Julian Elijah Martinez. I know he's listening. Taylor Barfield. I know you're listening. Shalila Tour. Janelle. Jalea, you're being called. Oh, Cam. You know Cam's listening. Cam Henderson. Okay. All right. This is what happens in the new year, y'all.
Jeff.
John
Stevie,
Cantos.
Penelope. Francis. Kelly. Just naming names. Just anybody that I know.
Look, I'm just telling you. Oh! Fabio Mata. I know you listen. Fabio!
Okay, stop naming people.
Okay.
They're gonna go.
Okay.
They're gonna go.
I know. Mm-hmm.
They're gonna go to
Where are they gonna go? Where are they gonna go?
Speakpipe.com/Theater of Others. Theater with an R-E. Theater of Others, all one word. Leave a 90-second voice message on there. We would love to play your 2024 lifestyle change goals so we can hold you all accountable as you become an other on the air. We love you all. We want to hear from you. You can, you know what? We'll even say you can write us an email, podcast@theaterofothers. We'll read it on air. But we want to hear your voice. We want to hear your voices more.
Yeah, we want to hear your voice.
Now, if you just happen to have any questions, we're not going to take your lifestyle goals on Instagram, Facebook, or our website.
No. But we on the gram, y'all. We on the gram.
But if you want to communicate with us, you can do it that way. But
of course,
how are they going to know about our accountability of our 501c3 status, Budi? What do they need to do?
You know what they need to do. They need to subscribe, because we come to your inbox week, Adam Marple.
That's right. Without fail.
We're
Season 5.
Season 5. Oh, baby.
Over 200 unbroken chain episodes. Unbroken chains.
Unbroken chains.
Yeah.
Unbroken.
That's right.
And all you gotta do is subscribe. And if you like us, you can do what my Uber driver does. Give us 5 stars. I give you 5 stars. You give me 5 stars. And then, you know what happens? People get so excited about giving us those stars that if you don't have enough room to give us 5.1, 5.2, 6 stars, 7 stars, 8 stars, 9 stars, 10 stars, you know what you can do? You can leave us a little comment and say, this is so good. This podcast is so good. I want to give them 10 stars. And that goes into the algorithm. And then it all comes down. It all trickles down. And we become the 1 percentile top podcasts of the planet. And you know what that means? If we become in the 1%, if we get in the 1% and become in the 1%, you know what that means.
Guaranteed.
Who we gonna get? Who's coming? Oprah. Exactly.
Fresh off her tours promoting The Color Purple, she'll come on.
Amen.
The podcast.
Amen.
She should come on here
and you know what?
Color Purple.
Well, you know what? And I will repair the rift between her and Taraji P. Henson.
We have them both on. We could have them both on and do an intervention.
Yes. We'll have them both on. If you all want us to bring sisters together, bring families together, leave us a comment and give us 5 stars. And then, because you know what will happen if that happens.
Yeah. It'll
you know who's coming?
It'll automatically trigger Beyonce. Exactly. The queen bee herself. She will show up. She will throw it down. Yeah. She'll show us some moves. And then, if we get Beyonce, you know who's coming. You know who's coming. She has to come on.
Hello.
Michelle Obama.
Okay, you know what? You know what? Exactly. Yeah. So it is a zero-sum win-all game.
Yep.
We all work together.
Yep.
Non-sum, zero win all's the game. 0, 1, and all.
Yep.
Meaning everyone benefits.
That's right.
There's no losers.
What it means. That's right.
It's exactly what it means.
Yep.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Budi. To you and yours.
Oh my, to you and yours too. Oh my, it's 2024.
Dun, 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 dun,
They can't be forgot and never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot that old lang syne, old lang syne, my dear, old lang syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Ooh, no, Oh, no, she did not. Miss Jaquita just sent a message and said, finish. Oh, hell. Oh. On that note, we will see all y'all next week. Bye! Shade.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Theater Brothers podcast. Make sure to visit our website, theaterbrothers.org, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. A special thank you to Purple Planet for the music you've heard. The Theater Brothers creates a shared community of artists and audiences for the purposes of exploring the most profound issues of our lives and times. We believe the play watches the audience. The audience is necessary, and they are witness to what happens. And you get to be witness to us making that happen. The purpose of this podcast is to open up our process and let you in. We're peeling back the curtain, so to speak, and encouraging you to follow along, to ponder, prod, and question, to join us and criticize us if need be. Being a witness is no passive task and requires much from you. Are you up for the journey? Be sure to tune in next week for our next journey.